such great stars all at one place at one time, one would think that Windsor had become the newest entertainment capital of the world. Maybe someday, but for now, the Great Pretenders were at the top hat performing memorable songs from such memorable stars. Among the fanfare were such noted stars as Marilyn Monroe, Barbra Streisand, Lionel Richie, Roy Orbison, Diana Ross, Elvis, and comic impressionist Paul Acricchio.
Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to close out the show, at least my part of the show, with a tribute to the greatest Italian singer anywhere in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to the legendary moi.
I've been in the business quite a long time as a solo performer, and I've worked all over Canada. In fact, I started here in Canada. I started right here in Windsor. Yeah, I started at the old Viscount before they tore it down. See, when I left, there was no more reason to keep the hotel, so they destroyed it. No, I'm kidding, of course. With the Great Pretenders, well, the producer of the show, Kelly, needed someone to come in and add a little variety to the show other than an actual look-alike. And the fact that I'm a comedic performer, we felt that was a nice combination. So that's how it's worked out for us, by adding the comedy aspect without necessarily looking like someone.
Well, it takes the hair, the makeup, the costume, and while I'm applying the makeup and so forth, you kind of play in the mirror. And it begins to happen. Pretty much. I really don't feel that myself. I think it's the acting that really pulls it off for me, you know. I mean, it's really something to play such a beautiful star, one of the world's most beautiful women, and I don't consider myself anywhere as near her beauty. So it's more or less the frame of mind I have to put my acting the character that I think really gets me across more so.
We're going to make you a legend in your own mind. Isn't that just dreamy? My, he's easy to please. Well, till I'm off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy, but when I do, I don't follow through. You're fast to daddy.
I was I'm in another band, and people used to come up to me years ago and say, wow, you look just like Lionel Richie. And I was doing a lot of his music in the band, and that just brought it to my attention. And this show opened up, and I said, well, let me just go audition for this show. And that was like maybe 8 years ago. And I've been doing it ever since. It's like you say, it's good flattery to. I'm just glad I look like somebody's famous and maybe not Hussein or something. You know, I'd be in big trouble.
That's about it.
So,
Can you imagine?
yeah, it's good to look like somebody who's a positive figure. So.
Now, is this just a stepping stone for a future career in show business?
Not really, because I'm a Detroit police officer, so it's like a side thing. So.
To tell you the truth, I had been singing for about 15 years, and people had always wanted to push Streisand on me, but I always wanted to be myself. And I figured I was working Wednesday through Saturday at one place, and I needed some extra money, so I figured I'd do Streisand on my 2 days off and make some extra bucks. And it just turned out to be so much fun that I just kept doing it more and more. I have done Carmen Miranda, Boy George, and one of the Andy sisters. Carmen Miranda I did because a friend of mine was doing a show down in Miami, and I wanted to do that show with him, so I got the character together to do that, but the show closed before I got the costume and everything together. And so I've done it on my own up here. I have been told also that I have a resemblance to Boy George. Now, when I did Boy George, this was back a couple of years ago when he was more popular. Now he's kind of, yeah. But I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Maybe do something different.
Walking down the street, pretty woman, kinda like to me, pretty woman. One of the orphan shoes that don't still on the persuasion. You can do it,
Well, I think it was back in about '86. I was doing an Elvis act, and I met Kelly through Mr. F's, where they were performing in Sterling Heights, Michigan. And she came out and seen my show and said, "Hey, we want you with us," so she put me to work.
Any other characters that you impersonate, celebrities?
Well, tonight I'm doing Roy Orbison, Buddy Holly, Elvis. I also do Neil Diamond, Stallone.
Yo, Rocky Balboa or something like that, you know, but...
I've always been in different bands and sang a lot of cover songs, and I've been able to just listen to a vocalist and pick up on little idiosyncrasies of their voice and just pretty much practice.
If you're looking for inexpensive, star-studded entertainment, then the Great Pretenders will be back at the Top Hat sometime in May. And now let's take a look at Local Motion's entertainment listings. Motown's own The Platters will be performing at the Top Hat April 5th and 6th. Weekend for Kids and Their Parents exhibition at the Kobodo Club April 6th and 7th. The Gaylords will be performing at the Top Hat Supper Club April 10th through the 13th. America's Funniest People Contest April 10th through the 7th for the semifinals at Yuck Yuck's Comedy Club. And finally, the University Players present Bent the first weekend April 11th through the 14th. That's all for Local Motion. I'm Veronica Mancini. Have a good weekend.